Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everyone. It is finally Friday. Tennessee plays Georgia tomorrow, and I have all the confidence in the world. It is an away game, which I would be lying if I said that didn't make me nervy, but I have all the confidence in the world in the Vols right now. The Vols are doing the dang thing right now. Anyhow, I just got off work my second day at my new job. For those of you guys who do not know, I am a patient engagement specialist at a rehab, and today was my second day. The first 2 days have been nothing but like the regular drug tests, just a bunch of like training, like meeting important people with the rehab and different stuff like that. It's went really, really well. I've met some really cool people, and I'm just super excited about this new adventure. I feel like I'm in the exact right spot. There's been a lot of really cool doors open up the past couple of weeks for me, and I'm just super excited for that. I'm a firm and true believer that if you put positive out, you will receive positive. And I just want to say this: if you have someone who's like shining a darkness down on you, and they are being a negative person in your life, or they're just spreading negativity about you or to you, just know that those people are, number one, they're hurt, but number two, don't let their ideologies of you affect you, because at the end of the day, you know the person you are, and the people who truly care and love you, they know who you are, and that's what matters. And that's something that I have to continuously just remind myself. And yeah, things have just been going really, really good. I've been really busy this week, so I wasn't able to upload a video, which really sucks, and I'm kind of upset about it, but I'm not going to let it bother me too much. I just had a lot of things that I wanted to get done before I started on Thursday, and it took me more time than I was prepared for to get those things done. And then my mom, she needed me to come and do some stuff for her before I started, so I went and did that stuff for her on Wednesday. So I've just been like extremely busy this week. It's been insane, but I am off this weekend. Tomorrow I'm going to my godson's first birthday party, which is insane. One of the first vlogs that I uploaded on this channel, I think it was actually my second vlog, because the first vlog was my beach trip, but the second vlog I ever uploaded onto this channel was a vlog where I mentioned that he was born. That's so crazy. He's already a year old. I'm super excited. So I'm going to stop somewhere on the way home to get something for his birthday, but I have to get up pretty early tomorrow for that, because actually, that reminds me, I need to text Ashley and get the address, because I haven't done that yet. But anyways, I'm on my way home right now, and I thought what we could do is we could have I could do one of two things, and I'm going to let you guys pick what I do. I could either do a live with you guys tonight, or I could film a story time and have it uploaded for you guys on Sunday. So let me know, which one would you guys prefer me do? Would you rather do a live, or would you rather me like film a story time? Let me know which one you would prefer. I'm seeing comments pop up, but the sun's so bright I can't read who's commenting. So hello everybody, I'm sorry I can't read your comments. I'm driving down Chapman Highway, and if you don't know, if you're not familiar with Tennessee, it's a very dangerous highway. People drive like full on bats out of hell and do not pay attention, and some of the most horrendous accidents I've ever seen in my life have been on Chapman Highway. Matter of fact, one of the worst car accidents I've ever witnessed happened on 9/11, the second that the towers got hit. It was literally, you guys, something like out of a movie. We were also at my great-grandfather's burial that day. Like, I could not make this up if I tried, but we were at my great-grandfather, my Papa Sweet's funeral. And it's on, if you're familiar with Chapman Highway, it is that huge cemetery that's on Chapman Highway. You have to know what I'm talking about. And it's a big blind curve, like it's a huge sharp curve that is blind. You can't see it from either direction as you're going around it. And I don't know, I can't remember, it's been so long ago, I can't remember exactly how the accident happened, but it happened right in the center of that curve. And y'all, the lady like flew out of the car. It was the worst thing I've ever seen. And it was like a type of adrenaline that I've only felt a couple of times in my life. It's like an insane, like, it's like fight or flight mode kind of is activated in you when you see a car accident. But when you see a car accident where someone is like flung from the car, it's like a whole other level of fight or flight. And I just remember myself and my two uncles like running towards Chapman Highway. I'll never forget this as long as I live. And as I got like close to the highway, my mom was like, "Morgan, absolutely not." And you could hear on the car radio that the Twin Towers had just been hit. I'll never forget that as long as I live. Like, that's how I found out that the Twin Towers had been hit. And at the time, I was, 12 years old. I didn't really know the extent of what had just took place, but I knew it was a big deal because I remember my stepdad and all of my uncles talking about how they were going to enlist and all this stuff. Like, it was just like a really intense conversation. And for those of you all who were old enough to know what was going on at the time, you probably remember that like people thought that this was going to start like a world war. When I tell you that I remember my mom, my mom, and my sister Samantha drove around to like 6 different grocery stores the day after 9/11 to find milk and bread. Couldn't find it anywhere. It was bad. Like, the whole country went into a complete state of shock and terror. And of course, we now know that a world war didn't start, but a war definitely did start because of that. But anyways, so yeah, I'm not wanting to read comments while I'm driving, period, but especially down Chapman Highway. Chapman Highway is just, I will probably always just have PTSD from Chapman Highway just because of that accident. And every time I pass by that cemetery, which now will be a daily basis because I pass it every day on my way to work, I think about that woman flying out of that car. She lived. And to this day, I'm like, that is literally God. Like, that, in my personal opinion, that's God. Like, to be flung out of a windshield of a car and live to tell it is insane. Absolutely insane. Anyways, so as far as training has went, it's just been like the basic stuff. Like, it's been like employee handbook type thing, like, you know, report if sexual harassment was to take place, you know, the basics, like what to do in a fire drill situation, all the different codes, like if I have to take someone to a doctor's appointment, like that type of shit. Like, it's just been like the basics. And then today I actually stayed a little bit longer, and we had a celebration for one of the people. And then I also did like some more procedure stuff, like the proper procedure and protocols for different things. And then I'm off tomorrow and Sunday, thank goodness, because I honestly thought that they were going to have me continue to work through the weekend. And I'm grateful that they didn't, because I honestly haven't seen Ashley, my best friend, since February, which is all my fault. It's not her fault at all. It's my fault. I've had a lot of things privately that I haven't spoken about publicly, and I won't happen. And it just seemed like every time we had planned for something to take place, it just didn't happen because of me and my mental health. But I don't know. I might get into some of the things that have been uncovered with my mental health this year. I might talk about it. I don't know. That's something I'll have to think about and really dissect and decide if that's something that I want public scrutiny, because it seems like the larger you get on social media, the more you open doors for people to just comment on anything. And I just don't know if I want any old body to be able to comment on such a personal thing. But anyways, I digress on that. But what else am I doing this weekend? Oh, Sunday, I've been going to church every Sunday. And since I am, that guy literally just pulled out in front of me. That's what I'm talking about. And this lady's going to pull right out in front of me again. What in the hell is going on with people? It's Friday and it's rush hour. That's what. So I'm going to go to church because with this new job, I work Tuesday through Friday, and then I work every other weekend. And I figured it up, and next weekend is going to be that's going to be the deciding factor on whether or not I work Christmas. I work Thanksgiving, I already know that. But like I said, I have every other weekend off. So I don't know if they're going to start, because everybody had the same schedule this week. So this week doesn't count. So if I work next week, I work Christmas. If I work this weekend, I work Christmas. If I'm off next weekend, I'm off Christmas. So, but you get one, I'm going to work Thanksgiving, which we get paid double time, which is fantastic. And also, I was in rehab on Thanksgiving and Christmas when I was in rehab, and I just remember those days you feel so alone, because you know your entire, especially, at least for me anyways, Thanksgiving and Christmas has always been like this huge thing in my family. Like, we always have this huge dinner and we play like Dirty Santa. You know, Thanksgiving we draw names for Christmas. Like, there's a lot of nostalgia that I have with Christmas. My nanny and pappy really implanted that in me. Like, and I will probably for the rest of my life just love Christmas. I'm a Sagittarius. I was born a week before Christmas. Like, literally a week to the day before Christmas I was born. So I just like love that time of year. And I just remember being in rehab and just feeling so down. Like, that was just the worst. So I feel like being there on Thanksgiving will actually be good for me. It will be very humbling for me, and also I will be able to return the favor of those people who were there for me when I was in rehab on Thanksgiving, and all I wanted was to be with my family and couldn't. So it's also one of the biggest days that people leave rehabs is on holidays, because they want so badly to be with their family. And especially those who have been in rehab for 10 days or more, they definitely are feeling the itch to leave before the end of the time, or before they're ready, because they're like, well, I've been sober for this amount of time. I've never been sober for this amount of time before. I feel like I could go home and I'll be all right. But that's just not the case, because when you go home, the same triggers are still going to be there, but you're not going to be in rehab where you can't get high. You know what I'm saying? So if you're an addict or an alcoholic, you're going to know what I'm talking about. You're going to get it. But, or recovering addict or alcoholic. But anyways, I would like to have Christmas off, and even though I'm going to be working on Thanksgiving, where the way my schedule is, I don't have to go into work until 3 p.m. So honestly, I could still go to my mom's Thanksgiving. The thing is that I don't want to pull Chris away from whatever his family's doing, and I don't know what time they're doing their stuff. And if you all remember earlier this year, in August, Chris's grandmother passed away, and she was the glue to his family. Like, she was the glue. She's where all of the get-togethers happened at her house, all of it. So I don't want him to feel like he has to come with me to my family's, especially considering I have to work. So I think what we're going to do on Thanksgiving, even though it really sucks, is we're probably going to have to spend it separate, which really blows. But at the end of the day, I have to remind myself that it's just another day. It's just a really happy day where you spend it with your family and you eat really good food. But I don't want to pull him from his family. So I've not even given him the option. Unless his family are going to do like a Thanksgiving like dinner, which she starts at like lunchtime. So if his family does a dinner, that's a different story. If he wants to come with me, that's fine, but he'll have to drive separate, because my plan on Thanksgiving is to leave my mama's and go straight to work. So that's the deal for Thanksgiving. Christmas Eve, me and Chris never really do anything. Honestly, we go and do last minute shopping. We are the worst. We say every single year, we're not going to do this next year. We're not going to do this next year. Next year, we're going to get all of our shopping done. Who else is like that? We can't be alone. Who else is out on Christmas Eve like scrounging for shit? And listen, it's not that there's certain people that are more important than others. Well, I guess it kind of is. But there's always like these miscellaneous people or last minute people, like, oh, Aunt Betty invited so and so and so and so, and so you're like scrounging for like last minute gifts. I'm always at fucking Walmart or Target on Christmas Eve at like 6 p.m. Always. So we don't really do get-togethers on Christmas Eve. But Christmas we do. And so I don't mind to work Christmas Eve. I do mind to work Christmas. That is one holiday I will never give on. I will never bend. I want that entire day. Not to mention Christmas, I do believe, is on a Sunday this year, and I'm off on Mondays. So if I'm off on Christmas, that means I'm off on the day after Christmas. And yeah. I will not bend on Christmas. Oh, good Lord. What in the hell is happening? Oh, they're closing a lane. I see. Okay. Let's see, it's 5 o'clock. This is probably the worst time to turn on Jacksboro Pike, but you know what? We're going to do it anyway. So yeah, that's the deal. So my new schedule is 3 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. I work Tuesday through Friday, and then I'm off every other weekend. So it's not too bad. I really like working second or third shift. It's just better for me and Chris. Oh my gosh, sorry guys. I don't know how long it was turned that way, but it's better for me and Chris. And I know there's going to be some people in the comments like, oh, they're dogs, it doesn't matter, but it matters to Chris and myself. So Chris, his schedule is never going to change. Like, Chris is probably going to be at this place for the foreseeable future, and his schedule is, well, really and truly, he doesn't have to be there until like 6 in the morning. However, Christoph goes in 4:30 in the morning. So what is happening here? Oh, it's just bumper to bumper traffic, and these people think they're going to be able to cut line up ahead. Go ahead, Papa. You went ahead and pulled out in front of everybody. Anyways, so he goes in 4:30 and basically doesn't get home until 5. So there will still be a little bit of time when they're home by themselves, but nowhere near as much time as working like first shift, which I've met a lot of the people who are going to be working on my shift with me, and I'm really happy with my choice. I vibe with them really well, and also I really enjoy that this rehab, like essentially everyone there is in recovery of some kind, and they're very open-minded as far as everyone's recovery journey looks different. Some people are California sober. Some people use different ways, you know, to keep them from losing their life. That is basically the best way to put it. Like, they're not out in the streets like losing everything anymore. They're able to actually go about life in a quote-unquote normal way. So I'm super excited. What else is new? I don't think there's anything else new. Oh, I gave myself some more lash extensions, and I finally got the correct ones. My makeup looks like shit, but it's also been on since like 7 a.m. That is like one of my biggest pet peeves, is when someone is in their vehicle and they are just raging. They're so pissed. They're like flinging their arms up and like screaming and yelling like, I can't hear you. What is the point in all of that? I swear, it's always like a little old lady here in Tennessee. It's always a little old lady. And she's just like, calm down, breathe a little bit, you know, get it together. Anyways, I think that's about it. Let me know whether you guys would like me. Y'all are going to want me to film a story time. I already know it. But let me know, would you guys rather me do a live or a story time? If you guys don't let me know, I'm just going to film a story time. And I'm going to have it uploaded for you guys on Sunday. But yeah, I'm just going to continue to try to drive home. I mean, we're in God bless it. I know it's blurry, but we're in standstill traffic. I literally have not, well, I'm moving now, but this was a very stupid decision. But I always do this, and I always regret it. I'm always like, I wonder if it'd be a good idea to go Jacksboro. And then I sit here in bumper-to-bumper traffic for ages. Like, I just don't understand why I do this to myself. I really don't. Is that like a baby walking by itself? Oh, okay. Her mom, I guess, is in the woods walking. Good Lord have mercy. Anyways, I'm gonna enjoy this standstill traffic. I hope you guys had a fantastic week. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Stay safe. Go Vols, period. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.